Hey, you there. Thank you for watching and welcome to Forge Lines Forever. Today I have a 3v3 ladder match here on the most amazing Neuroxys map generator. Let's go ahead and introduce our teams and our players, starting with Team 1 in the southwest and ending with Team 2 in the northeast, also known as the blue team versus the red team. Starting off with Team 1's northern player, we have in Royal Blue, it is Vendex playing as an Aeon. He is a 1292 rated. To his south in Amethyst Purple, it is another Aeon for Team 1. It is Terrarill. I think is how you say his name. He is a 2386 rated, the highest rated player on Team 1 and in the game overall by a little bit over 400 points of rating. So definitely somebody to watch out for in this game. And again, he is an Aeon. And to his east, it is in Stitch Blue Excited. He is a Seraphim, the one and only elf of the game, as a 1717 rated. So on the Team 1 side of the map, they have two Aeons on the western side with a Seraphim in the middle, lacking UEF and Cybern Tech. Take a look at Team 2's western player to the north. We have in Chevy Crimson, there's Kuwa Kilmaklepper. Again, I probably butchered his name significantly. Apologies. He is Kua for short. He is the one and only UEF of the game at 1520 rating. And to his east in orange, color orange, it is the Aeon Team 2. It is Psalm 191 playing as the highest rated player on Team 2 at 1974 rated, again as an Aeon. And last but not least for Team 2, the only Cybern of the game in Ruby Red, it is Umbra. He is a 1725 rated. So for Team 2 side of the map, they have a UEF, an Aeon, and a Cybern. No Seraphim Tech for Team 2, and apologies, Team 1 lacks the UEF and the Cybern faction, but of course have the only Seraphim in the game. And I will note that there are all the factions represented in the game, just spread out between the two teams. And for these 6 players on the map, let's take a look at the reclaim situation. Currently sitting at, that's not good, 2,400 mass total, which means it's about 400 mass per player. Definitely not even worth sending a letter home saying, hey, there's some amount of mass on the map. Definitely not even worth the postage for sure. But take a look at the mexes. There are a little bit more in the favor for these players. Most of them are going to reside on the main land masses for these players. There's the 5-star mech position in the southwest, and then east of that position, at least for Team 1, there are more mexes there. There are a couple of mexes in the corner and a couple of them in the water towards the middle. These mexes in the middle, I definitely just expect them to be on, off, on, off, on, off, just because of all of the combat in the game. The map is definitely small, considering it is going to be mostly primarily a naval match. And I will note that the game does go over a little bit an hour, so be aware of that. Get your drinks, get your popcorn, get all of that, because it is going to be a longer one. And again, given the fact that these players don't have a lot of room for Navy, it's going to be constant action. At least that's what you would presume. I don't know exactly 100% if that's going to be the way or not, but we will just see how it goes. Taking a look at where the players are headed off to in this game, I don't expect any, if maybe a little bit of com action. Maybe something on this landmass. Maybe a torpedo shooting at somebody in the water from Team 2's Umbra. But again, I don't expect too much in that regard. We do see players from both teams headed to the middle of the map in some degree, with Team 2's Kubo really pushing past the middle of the map. So maybe he'll get shot up by a torpedo from something on board one of the ships from Team 1. Looks like there's a conversation in chat from somebody to somebody. In all chat, no idea what the close though. Something about, was that your ex, Vin? Or you want that you want a little bit of just giving each other a hard time in the not comments, but the chat. I always want to say those are the comments, but I guess they are comments to be fair. We do see that Kuma is moving pretty darn close to Team 1's main naval facilities. I think he's been spotted already, and he has to be. Is he just going to full send it onto the landmass? We do see Vendex moving into intercept. It is UEF versus Aeon. And again, Vendex is not even in range yet, and Kuwa has already lost a ton of hit points. Look at that. He's already dropped to about 50% of them. I don't know if he'll even make it home at this point. I don't know if it was a misclick or not, but that's not looking good for Team 2. Again, that does most likely give a base to somebody else, but losing a player this early in the game given it's a ladder match, could spell very, very bad things for Team 2. So just be aware of that in your calculations. Who you think is going to win the game at the halftime recap show thingamajig, whatever the heck I want to call it. You would think 700 plus cast in, I would have a name for the like midway through the point game recap thing. You would think. I don't, but you would think. We do see some forces from Team 2's Kuba have arrived. He's dropping pretty close to the red. We do see, looks like all of the frigates have been destroyed. Actually, there's one left. Never mind. There's still a couple of subs. 1 sub versus 3 subs. Well, that's going to only favor Team 1. And Kuba is going to drop into the red here shortly, I would imagine. We do see some pressure from Team 2's other 2 players of Umbra and Psalm pushing in over to the more middle and coming in to help assist Kuwa's retreat from Team 1's fleet. Looks like the subs have engaged the other sub from Team 2. It looks like Kuwa might get away. But again, took a huge risk. Again, I maybe misclick, maybe not. I don't know what he was planning on doing, but Team 1 was really responsive to it. And it just did not work out for them. So it's just sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And it's definitely one of those did not work this game. I do expect a lot of air and a lot of Navy. Of course, land, maybe hover tech, so Team 1 does have that in abundance, given they're either Aeon or Seraphim. Team 2 only has Psalm, and I think he's going to be the air player for Team 2. He has T2 air already online. It is 3v3 ladder, so usually T3 air is delayed a little bit further back than regular 5v5, 6v6 games. But at least T2 Navy for T2 Air for everybody to get those Torp bombers online, and that goes for both Team 1 and Team 2. T2 Air and T3 almost done, so I could just eat those words right away. Terraril, if I can say his name right half the time, is going to go for T3 Air. That'll give him Solaces, which are incredibly strong, unique T3 Torp bombers for the Aeon faction. So Team 2 also has access to that, and that is the same player in air slot, to be honest. Well, you know, anybody could technically be air slot, but he's a little bit further back than the other 2, so technically he is the air slot. We do see a couple of forces have dropped from Team 1. Looks like a couple of Zui. Maybe they hovered over, maybe they didn't. I don't see a transport anywhere, but there are a couple of dead mexes, so no, these ones would have died. Maybe they were rebuilt quicker. But Team 1 has grabbed the southeastern corner. Granted, there's not a whole lot there, but there's something. There is a little bit of grabbing in the northwest, which we see Team 2 dealing with now. So they're going to grab the northern side of the map, and Team 1's going to grab the southern side of the map and make this more of a north v south versus a kind of southwest to northeast kind of scenario, just given the orientation of the map and where the players landed. Torp launcher, the unique upgrade to the Cybrins, or one of them at least, going on board. Again, the earlier the torpedo upgrade, the better, because the longer they wait, the less likely that they're going to survive, just because of the the destroyers, the sub hunters, killers, all those torp bombers in general. It's just definitely an upgrade you want to go sooner, and you definitely want to go for at least nano if you can help it, so that way you can stay alive a lot longer. We do see T2 Navy online for both teams already. We see some Seraphim destroyers facing off against some Salems and some Exodus class destroyers. No T2 Navy for Team 2's Kuwa. He's back up into the yellow, but again, he's going to be out of commission. His comm is at a bare minimum. Doesn't want to move into the water just in case. Sensor package started on board Vindex. Probably will go for range after that, because it's not you can increase the range a little bit. That makes a little bit of a difference there. But that is the second upgrade of the game. Technically, the first one was the torpedo. These are the ones that I noticed, of course, because the caster is not all seeing, of course. I am blind 80% of the time, and my little, picture-in-picture, my kill cams are definitely proof of that. Hopefully I don't miss any, but this is, FAF game, so the likelihood is pretty high. No T3 Navy yet. I think it's a little bit too early for that, to be honest with you, but everybody does have T2 Navy on Team 1. Still no T2 Navy yet. Maybe... No, still no... gunning for that yet, but Team 2 has cleaned out Team 1 for the time being. We'll see how long that takes. Team 1 making another move onto the T2 Navy position here for Umbra. Again, Seraphim destroyers rarely miss. The likelihood they miss is infinitesimally smaller than that of anything else in this game. T2 bombers online going after the destroyers, of course, and I thought I saw a cruiser in there, but look like the cruiser got wiped out. Maybe, possibly, maybe. I thought I saw one in there, but we see some T3 restorers online going for the AA weapons. Couple of interceptors guarding said restorer. Team 1 is going to exploit the gunship advantage as long as he can. T3 Navy not yet. Sorry, T3 Air not online yet for Psalm. Again, huge disadvantage for Team 2. Torp bombers, I mean T3 variety specifically, gunships and strat bombers and ASFs in general are just going to crush Team 2. If they're not careful, they have to focus more on AA tech, whether that's mobile, stationary, whether that's on land or in the air or in the sea, something. A lot of T2 mechs is going down here for Team 2. The ecos are starting to split away just a little bit for Team 1, but again, that's about a T2 mech single ringed, about 10 or so mass in their favor. Nothing really crazy to write home about, but again, a little bit of a lead is better than nothing. Com on board with an upgrade with the torpedo, able to push back a little bit for Team 1's fleet. We do see it's heavily assisted by his own and his teammates of Psalm. Couple of Torp capable subs. I guess I don't know any sub that isn't Torp capable. Oh, do the Nuke subs have torpedoes? I would assume that they do, because they are submarines. Oh, I don't know that. I'm going to see if, when someone builds T3 tech, I'm going to see if Nuke subs have torpedoes. I feel like they have to, but you never know. But anyway, I'll take a look at that here shortly. But Team 1's exterior forces and mexes and infrastructure are slowly being wiped out. The T2 naval headquarters is fine for now. I'm concerned that Team 2 isn't scouting as much because they know where that facility is, so they might as well try to target somebody with T2 Navy and wipe that out, but they're not going for it yet. They're grouping together, which is a benefit and a curse, because in Navy, the AoE, especially if they're close enough, can do a lot of damage. Granted, destroyers, it's better than, of course, than the frigates, because they really don't have any AoE, but the Tempests, the T3 battleships in general, that AoE can be deadly if they're stacked up on top of one another. Northwestern side, lots of T1 versus T1. We do see a destroyer or two. Looks like it's just one. Team 2 does have their own destroyer in the form of Kua. It's a little bit of an even fight there, and the reclaim will go to Team 2 just because it's on their side of the map. Tried to make factory, says Kua. So they're saying, hey, stop trying to deny it. It does look like somebody heard me through the ether, because the naval facility has been now targeted by Team 2's fleet and will be dealt with here shortly. We do see that Team 1's excited has lost Navy on the more eastern side of their landmass. We do see possible another facility going to get up to T2 here shortly, but for now he's locked out, which is not great for the time being. 18 minutes on the clock. Team 1 at below 300. Actually, no, wish they would stop flipping it, because Team 1 should be on the top and Team 2 should be on the bottom, and that's it. Team 2 at under 300, Team 1 at almost 400, a little bit over 100 mass in Team 1's favor. We have a couple of T2 bombers still helping out to kind of thin out the bullet spongy facilities, as well as just whatever units pop up and say hi. There are some cruisers here from Team 2. They have access to UEF tech, same as Team 1, but it's Seraphim tech, so cruiser missiles are a thing, as well as the missiles on board the aircraft carriers for the Seraphim and the missile ships for the Aeon. Those things are deadly, and that means nothing on this map is safe. Maybe battleships can't reach back here unless they somehow get through this narrow neck if possible, but definitely missile ships with their just incredible range can just bombard everything, which means TMD is vitally important in this game for both teams, but it just depends what the situation is, because if Team 1 has the issue, then Team 1 needs to do it. If Team 2 doesn't have the issue, then they still should do it a little bit, but not as much as Team 1. We do see land mass is being slowly invaded by Team 1's forces on the eastern side. A little bit of some water, so only land units in terms of no hover can't pass, but hover can, which again, Seraphim and Aeon have a little bit more in that department than Aeon, not Aeon, but UEF and Cybran. We do see now the facility for the northern Aeon player of Team 1's Mindex has been targeted. It looks like the fleet from Team 2 has split to their relative two players, being Umbra and Psalm. Psalm not really focusing fire on the facility that's producing some destroyers constantly, Doesn't look like there's a lot of focus fire. They're focusing on the units, it looks like, not the facilities. I do understand focusing on the units first because there's stuff shooting at you, but that thing is making more of them, and that's one of those cases where stop the thing producing more units, and then that way you have less units to deal with long term. So it's the whole shoot at stuff that's shooting at you and then shoot at everything else. It's yes, do that, but also shoot at the things that are producing more units that can shoot at you. So that way you stop more units shooting at you, which means you can deal with the rest of the units shooting at you, which means you can shoot at everything else, and then it's just, again, a snowball effect. Stealth started on board Umbra. I do like the fact that he's fall back a little bit just in case Team 1 gets some spam torpedo bombers online and wipe him out. But everybody does make it past 20. Ladder matches, again, it depends. Water matches, naval matches like this, I mean, 30 minutes, 40 minutes, even 50 minutes I've seen players don't die. So it's going to be very unlikely. And again, it was a pretty much naval map that had the first ever no player dead game, meaning nobody died, nobody control K'd, no nothing. It was a surrender, and that was it. So lovely game. If you haven't seen it, check it out. I think it was a week or so ago. It's like History Has Been Made is the title of the video or something, so please check that out. Again, it's another naval map. It's not as expansive as this, where there's fleets that can go back and forth. It's essentially Team 2 has their own pond, Team 1 has their own pond, and then they're fighting over control of that is the situation. Kind of how the layout of the map, if that helps kind of figure out what match it is. We do see... Okay, so I like the Tempest play. I don't like where it's built. Very tight environment. The booping of the land... That is the wrong button. That is still the wrong button. The booping of the land mass is going to definitely annoy that Tempest. It's being built, which means it could be built there, but moving is a whole different situation. T2 artillery being built again to help push back Team 2's fleet. The naval facilities are down. The naval facilities are down. Team 1 has been locked, for the most part, out of Navy. This is not good for Team 1. Granted, the match goes on for a little bit over an hour, so they have plenty of time to come back. But that is a lot of territory to have under Team 2's control. And if they can fish their units through these little channels, they can attack a lot of infrastructure for Team 1, and essentially wiping out not everything, but a lot. We do see Team 2 now turning their sights onto the last remaining facilities in Navy. Team 1's excited. It's like, nope, I'm just not going to stay there because I will be shot at. And that is definitely a smart move there. So Team 2 almost has full control of Navy at 24 minutes. That is not great. We do see some destroyers going after the main base of Vindex. And he's getting some shielding online, trying to get it online at least. He's lost a couple of T2 mexes. He's lost a couple of exterior mexes as well. We do see a drop from Team 2's Kuwa. Getting some PD online. Couple of... that was the Tempest shooting at him. That's really far away. And that wipes out the remaining engineers. I didn't note this in yesterday's game, and I will note it again. I added the experimental caliber mod icon thing to my mobile setup because I didn't do it on Tuesday's video, and it noted that there were now changes to both the naval and air units, and they changed a little bit of the naming scheme for the land ones. So T for Tempest, and I'm assuming if we see an Atlantis it's going to be A, I'm assuming. We have G for GC, we have possibly A for Atlantis, T for Tempest, M for Megalith, Y for Ythotha. Then we have it looks like a flame, but it actually is roughly the silhouette of the Awasa bomber. I don't know what the bug or the Tsar looks like. I hope that the Tsar is just a circle inside of a circle to just indicate a donut, or it's a circle inside of a circle inside of a circle to indicate a donut. That would be amazing. But then it'd just be like 3 circles, and it would just probably look weird. So maybe it's just 1 circle. But anyway, I don't know. And then I don't know what the bug would be. Maybe B, maybe Soul Ripper being just S. I don't know. I don't know what they are. When they show up at some point in my cast, I will obviously see it, and you'll see it, and we'll know. Or you could just go put the mod on your machine and then run the game and build it yourself. That also works. Team 1 has that Tempest online, which is nice. But 1,000 of anything kill anything. That might give them enough breathing room to get back into Navy and maybe get some hover tech online. But if Team 2's smart about this, they'll hold the line down the middle. They'll eco a ton up. and then just crush them, which I guess they're already doing now that I'm looking at the scoreboard. Team 1 at 320, given the massive amounts of losses they're experiencing in the south as well. Team 2 at 700, more than double the amount of mass being produced. How does this game go on for another 30 plus minutes? Team 1 has to have a huge comeback in some degree, because that is going to be impressive to hold out for another 30 plus minutes. Second Tempest is coming online. It's going to be a little bit of time. We do see Team 2's fleet. Again, not a lot of firepower remaining. Lots of frigates. A couple of destroyers. Lots of cruisers as well. We have more destroyers inbound from Team 2's Psalm. They're going to be able to deal with that Tempest. It's kind of being cornered. It's stuck. It's going to hide underneath the surface of the water. But there's still torpedoes on board some of the ships. And again, this is going to be death by 1,000 cuts, but even slower. Then that'll probably be the end of that Tempest here shortly. The second Tempest not even out of the reds yet, so it may not even finish. Maybe even Excited is going to get another pass on Navy in the southern edge of the map, because they can hook back around, but that is a long time and distance and whatnot to deal with. So maybe not. Tempest is down. Lots of firepower from these destroyers going after the main base for Vindex. Team 1 is getting bombarded this game. And again, being a very small naval map, that a little bit of winning if Team 2, like they did, just keeps pushing. And they took out the naval headquarters. They took out the regular facilities. There's really nothing that Team 1 can do. And now they're on the shoreline, and now they're just stuck. Being like, well, we're going to be shot at constantly. We need artillery. We need shields. We need TMD. We need all of the things. But now the main base for Excited is going down. We have Salem's moving in on the shoreline. That's extending their reach out, going after all of the mechs. Team 1 dropping below 300. Team 2 at triple the amount of mass being produced by Team 1 at 30. Not even 30 minutes on the clock. Nano repair started on board Umbra. I mean, a comeback has to happen, because some players would have control Kate at this point, but they are sticking with it. Again, this is more of a higher rated game, average 1700 plus. That's definitely the one of the reasons why they're still staying with it. Terra Rail still going after Team 2 with his commander. We see again land incursions have occurred from Kua again. We had landings over here, and now we have landings down here. The only difference is I think Team 2 is going to stick this one for at least a little bit longer, given all of the everything that's there. There's mexes that they can use to fund these units. There's a lot of facilities already here. Shields are here. AA is being built. Again, T2 and T3. AA definitely needs to be built, but at least at a bare minimum, there's something. And it's just not looking good for Team 1. Everywhere I look, it's just death, 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 and just not good things. 30 minutes on the clock. Team 2, again, has not lost a player. Team 1 has not lost a player. The eco, though, 4 times the amount. 250 to about 1,000, 1.1. 4 times the amount is insane. Map control heavily in Team 2's favor at 30 minutes, and I sped it up by accident, and I just realized what I did. I thought I slowed it down. I'm going to slow it down again. There we go. And it's not looking good. I have my idea who's going to win the game. I'm not going to tell you. I'm not going to influence your decisions. But let me know down in the comments who you think is going to currently win. Of course, if you haven't, because, again, why not at this point at 31 minutes in the game? Again, the cast is not going to be that long, at least at this point, just because of the speeding up I did a little bit. But thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Again, thank you. Thank you so much for watching. I really, really do appreciate it. Not T2, RAS being built on Vindex's comm. Trying to get some more ego and just help out. T2 Navy is back online, going for T3. If Team 2 doesn't notice, they probably will get it. But T3 Navy's online for Team 2's is Psalm. And oh my... Oh, that's already a lot of them. Oh my. 9. We have 9 missile ships. That's actually, is that 10 now? We have double digits of missile ships online for Team 2. That is a hefty amount of them. Looks like the Navy has been paused. He's going for P-gens. Looks like he's struggling to have some power reserves and what. Another Tempest is online for Team 1. But that is a lot of, that is a lot of Torrents. That is a lot of missile ships. And that's going to eviscerate a lot of things on the land. Team 1's Excited has lost his entire base and his expansion base. He's essentially knocked out of the game. We have Laser started on board Umbrus Com. We have Team 1's Western Com of, I can pull up his name, remember, Vindex. He's being bombarded now by Team 2's combined fleets. Tempest is online. Second one is coming online here shortly. Not a lot of eco to spare for Team 1. They need every little drop that they can get. And now we have Team 2 getting their heels dug in the south. It is not looking good for Team 2. 33 minutes on the clock, and those missile ships are raining in. Look at them. Look at that nonsense. 13 of them. Hey, my lucky number. Yeah, my lucky number is 13 if no one... I feel like I made a comment before, but that is my lucky number. I don't know why it is. It just is. Nah. It just is. I don't know why. Anyway, Team 1, this is what they can see. They have no idea what Team 2's up to. No idea what Team 2's up to, which is not good. But look at them all. Look at all the missiles raining in. Look at that nonsense. Look at that. And it's going to go hide. It's like hide from the invasion of the missiles. There's so many. Oh, I'm going to have to find a good thumbnail for this one because there's a lot of missile ships online. We have land invasions as well from Team 2. Some Wagners. They're not hover tech, but they're kind of like hover, but they go under the water like bricks. They just sink to the bottom of the water like bricks. And this is not going well. Mexes are being limited. Those are mexes that Team 1 desperately needs as well. You know, this base is under assault constantly. The shields have somewhat stayed online. Team D's kind of holding the line a little bit, but that's a lot of yellow dots, and that's not going to last much longer. Team 2 again now owns, I want to say, that. This is, I circled, is what Team 1 owns. Team 2 owns everything else. I mean, granted, maybe a little blip down there, maybe a little blip down there. But pretty much that's what Team 2 owns. That is a, what, 85, 84% of the map. That's a ton. It is a ton of landmass to have. And that Tempest, it needs... Oh, it popped its head out again. Why did you do that? I thought you learned your mistake the first time. Again, it can't fire its main weapon. And there's so many other things to shoot at. Its long-range weapon is good, but again, it doesn't know what's shooting at it in terms of what unit is what. It might follow the line of yellow dots and be like, "I'll shoot at that thing." Is Team 2... Are they ground firing those missiles? No, no, they can't. Oh, they can't see it. Okay, that's probably what it is. Looks like they're ground firing it, but looks like they're starting to catch up to the Tempest. And shots are inbound, going to kill off some cruisers, which is nice, but yeah, you got to take that amount of mexes out. If Team 1 had a nuke, I'd be super surprised, but I don't think they will. Team 1 again retreating to more of this section of the map, but in the south, we have Umbra going after Team 1's is Excited with a nano laser comm. I thought it was a control K for a second, but no. Team 2 scores the first kill at 35.5 minutes. That is... I mean, he was essentially knocked out of the game anyways at that point, so he couldn't really do much. So that is unfortunate for Team 1, but again, it's that 3v2 in Team 2's favor at 36 minutes. Tempest, somehow, I have no idea, still online. The missiles, again, are shooting at the location that the Tempest was, not where it is, but Tempest one-taps that torrent, and that's what's going to help this Tempest stay alive. It has another veteran siege that's at 3 now, sitting at now 10,000. It's still getting a little bit of some missiles trying to, you know, just wipe it out with some kind of edging. Oh, that was another group there. And it gets up to almost 4 stars there. It might be able to survive a couple more barrages if it gets another kill or two. Nice grab, though, from Team 1's Terrorel. And there goes another set of Tempest. Essentially, that's not half, but it's almost half. That's not doing great for numbers for Team 2. Another Tempest shot wipes out another torrent. Ooh, 4-star event, but still in the red at 10,000 hit points. It will get a little bit more at 90k killed, mass killed, but it's just not great. There's another torrent dead. There's so many missiles. Team 2, are you building torp bombers? Are you building strats? Are you building... Why? Why? 37 minutes on the... Why? I mean, you've already won Navy at this... I mean, Team 1 is fighting back now, but you pretty much won Navy at this point. You sunk my battleship. He's like, this is so dumb. The Tempest has 94,000. Yes, because these torrents are just like, nah, we don't care. We're just going to sit and be shot at. Team 1 is, again, coming back in a big way. They have another Tempest about to come online. They have another one being built over there. I think it's going to be T4 experimental naval vessels for Team 1 at this point. It's the only one they can build. Any big ticket item for Team 2? Again, just the... Oh, the Salvation's down. Look at that. 38 minutes on the clock. First pseudo game ender is online, because usually you see it paired with the Paragon. Team 2 still has this down there. They've even circled it. Team 1 has, I will kill it now, says Psalm, talking about the Tempest. 112,000 mass killed. No, you were not. Okay, now you're just toying with Team 1 at this point. No, you were not targeting a Tempest with a Salvation. What? Oh, it's doing some damage. It's not dead yet. Yet being the key word in that sentence. We have a land invasion inbound from Team 2's Umbra, dropping off forces in front of Team 1's Excited. Oh, Excited is dead, sorry, Vindex. Dropping off a bunch of Medusa. Look at them all. And groups of them not moving, which means they're being shot at by PD, but T3 Mexes are going down. Shielding is going down. Team D is going down. GG's in the chat from a couple of people in the game. Salvation has taken out the Tempest finally, looks like, or even assisted by other units. It looks like they might be targeting this. I don't know what it's shooting at. Shooting at right here, whatever that is. They're shooting at something. But doesn't look like a lot of... No, there's some T3 mexes dead. There's going to be one that's about dead, but does survive due to the PD in the base. But 39 minutes on the clock. Team 2 has a Salvation. I, again, don't really know why they're doing what they're doing. I think they're just toying with their food at this point. I don't really agree with that, only because, you know, Team 1 could come back in some way and win the game. It wouldn't be the first time where somebody was gloating and, you know, just not really taking it seriously, and then comeback happens and just rampages and wins. Teleporter starter on board Umbra's comm. Another landing inbound from Team 2. Transport gets wiped out immediately, so that group of forces is wiped out. Medusa being just killed off in droves by all of the AoE splashes from the Oblivion PD. And, I mean, lots of Medusa are starting to thin out Team 1's Vindex's base. I want to say Windex. I am going to say Windex at some point. I just know I am. Again, maybe it's just trying a different way to win. I mean, the first time, yeah, that would have been the surprise. The second time, AA should have been built. Sneaky, says Excited. I don't know what that's in reference to. We have a Tempest going after sub-Hunters, some Vespers. They're going back and forth, Tempest does have Torp Defense on board. Same thing for the Vespers. So a little bit of leakage for both sides, but I think the Tempest is definitely on the worst end of things with all the bursts of torpedoes. There they go. Wipes out another Tempest for Team 1. 31 minutes on the clock. And this game is not going well for Team 1. And look at that. Satellite online. So we have UEF doing UEF things at 41 minutes. We have Aeon who... Oh, no, he built it here. Oh, you added an N to it? Ah, that I liked I like the older symbol. Now that makes me not want to update the Calibers icon. I mean, they kept the symbol in the air, but I liked the other symbol on the ground. Oh, that's unfortunate. Sad. It looks like they've spotted Team 1. Oh, they are landing Salvation shots on top of the comm, possibly. Did it even hit you? I just checked to if it can ground fire you, and it looks like the comm is far enough under where the Novax and whatnot is unable to hit him with the AoE. You would need Torp Bombers. Salvages would work. Anything else would work. Vespers would work if you can get them through this little narrow neck of environment. Looks like, they're gonna go for it? So close. Oh, look at that ground firing. Look at that from Team 1. Wipe out all of those Vespers. Nice grab there. Quick responses, too. Granted, this is Again, I keep doing +2. I don't mean to do +2. I just mean to do +1, but maybe just I double click it by accident. I don't notice. But Team 2 has held the ground in the south for a while now. That's one base gone. Finally, with all of the Medusa that Team 2's Umbra has been landing, this base is gone, this base is gone, and this base is gone. Essentially, it's just the main position for Terroril, and again, Vindex has started to join the eco situation. 2.2. 10 actually, technically it's 11 times the amount of mass, and Team 2 still has not won the game. Why? Again, I feel like they're playing with their food. I don't agree with that, but hey, I'm just the caster. I can have some opinions. Not a lot of opinions, just a couple. Another Novax being built by Kua, because why not? Anything else crazy, nonsensical? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. He's not doing, he is. Torrent. Those are all torrents being built. I don't think there's any battleships. Those are all, oh my. That is so, this is a meme game at this point. It's a meme game. Yep. There's no seriousness about it. It's a meme game. 45 minutes on the clock. Again, I did not have any idea how the game ended. I just kind of sipped my, view in the corner. No desync. Okay, cool. I don't even look at the mini-map. I just go click, and then end it. Go on to the next replay to make sure that it works. That is a lot. There was 13 when that Tempest was going at. There's 28. This is the coverage of missiles currently for Team 2. That's more than half the map that they can fire at. Not all of them, but in some degree, they can fire at everything in the yellow, which is insane. Now there's 34. Oh, they're multiplying like rabbits. Oh, that's a lot of missiles. Team 1, they're going to overwhelm all of the volcanoes. Salvation ripping apart the remaining P-gens and other shielded positions. Satellite wiping out other stuff. Again, the fact that both of the players for Team 1 have not control can is astounding. We have Team 1 bombers going after Umbra. He has teleporter, gun, and laser on board. He's at 5-star vet, 17,000 hit points. He is death by 1,000 cutting over there. Or he is being death by 1,000 cutting. And there goes Team 2's first play of the game. Not a flawless game for them. 46 minutes. Very, very close to game. They're making a comeback, says Kua. Now they're just taunting Team 1 at this point. This is look at the missiles. Look at them. 2 more Novaxes are inbound. This is, yeah. How does this game go on for another 15 minutes? And the main base for Team 1's Terrari, I can't say his name, is pretty much down at this point. That is insane. Look at that. Look at all those missiles. And there's a salvation in there. Oh, it's a meme game for sure. 58 torrents and climbing. Team 2 has forgotten where the comms are for Team 1. They're both in the corners of the map. The main base is gone. Everything is gone. Team 1 is just going to have the comms remaining at this point. It's only a matter of time before somebody control case. I mean, yeah, he's like, what the heck? Says Findex. Are they going to recall? No recall orders have been issued. I like how there's just one naval facility down there, because why not? And, oh, look, Vindex is shooting at a couple of spy planes sitting on the ground there. Fat Boy being built, because why not? What is that on the bottom? Nothing. Says nothing. He's like, I'm building a Fat Boy. He's like, I want to build it down there. Look at all the orange. Look at all the everything. 2.3K versus 35 for a second. It was not even 10 times, 100 times the mass on the map, which is insane. And draw, says Saul. No, it's not a draw. Now it's all quiet. We went wrong. We went here. You're going to drop out the map. Looks over. I wonder if you can tort me. Just tons of transports just hovering over the top of these 2 comms. I'm speeding the game up because this is insane. What is this? Oh, transports just crash land. Are they going to try to, I don't know what oh, wow. A lot of them just kind of, hold on. Let me turn the camera a little bit, because this is insane. And the Fat Boy is killing itself. What? No, it's in the mountain. That's what it's talking about. Salvation can't hit him. The AoE is too It's just not as wide. Wiggle around a bit. Easy, says Vindex. There goes the Fat Boy. The Fat Boy can't crush him. They're look at it, literally on the edge of the map. It's all over. We will idle to toward Fat Boy. Says there are some torpedoes on board. Look at that. I don't see it firing though, which is very weird because neither of the Oh no, are they taking damage now? No. Team 2 sees them. Yeah, okay, there we go. Now we have a little bit of calm destruction from the torpedoes from the Fat Boy. That is not. Well, this is a weird game. Again, in the 700 games that I have casted plus, I think this is by far the one of the weirdest. I wouldn't say with the weirdest just per se, just because I don't remember every single game I've casted. But man, this is weird. We have T2 transports again. They are literally trying to crash damage the comms of both Vindex and I always want to say Terraria. That's what I want to say is Terraria. Terraria. Whatever. Tomato, it's the same thing. Almost the same thing. Terraril. Something like that. Hey, Atlantis, we see it. It is an A. I feel like they could have made other symbols to make it more noticeable. The Fat Boy is the Fat Boy. It's just a fat boy. That's what it is. It's all over for you. Go away. It's just there's just lots of time. This is insane. How many? Imagine a normal game with 140. Sorry, 151 torrents. That is apocalyptic. That is insane. My Atlantis is off map. It. Look at that. Oh, I think I can't shoot it because its guns are off map. Oh, that's interesting. And now there's just ground firing from missiles. And these comms aren't leaving. They're just going to like keep the game going. Chrono Dampener started because why not? And it's going to be maybe assisted by Vindex. Yeah, he's assisting. What the? Or maybe reclaiming to one or the other. But for some reasons, my unit doesn't want to shoot until I click. Says Kuwa assist. We win this. Says Terrar. Yeah, he is going to go for Chrono Dampener. This is the weirdest game. Another Novax because why not? Novax down that way. Spilled all of the Novaxes. 53 minutes on the clock. This game was over like 15 minutes ago minimum. But hey, I thought it'd be a little bit of fun. It's definitely a different game. It's just the caster being like, "What is this?" Terraria is upgrading something, says Kuwa. Yep, they can see that. Tons of are those just spy planes? Although they're really just trying to, crash land stuff on. Okay, if you want to crash land, you have to do Tsars. It will crush you, says Terraria. Look at that line. Look at that nonsense. Look at that. There has to be more of them at this point. There just has to be. 177. The number keeps going up. We're gonna hit 200 torrents, which is insane. It's farting in the wind. Bunch of Percy's inbound. There goes a Chrono Dampener EMP under the water. Underwater EMP. That was yesterday's. I can't zoom all the way down to see them. Look at that nonsense. What is this? Look at them shooting at them. They won't die. How are they not dead? Yeah, there's I can see the torpedoes firing off of the units. They're not damn. What is this? I don't know what's up with this, but this is weird. These comms should have died by now in some degree, but they're not. Is that Chrono? He says yes. It's like, what? Oh, what is that? Oh, they're shooting at one another. What is this? Oh my. That is insane. Is that? Oh, please tell me that's a donut. Oh, it's a donut. Okay, here we go. 55 minutes on the clock. We're gonna see a donut. We're gonna see what it looks like in terms of the modified icon symbol now. Tons of Percy's running around, and you can't fire the weapons underneath the water. Is it the reclaim? Is that blocking the shots? No, it has to be because they're on the edge of the map. That's the only thing that can make sense to me. Is that a glitch? Are they in a glitch at this point? Are those tellies, says Vindex? No, I'm getting bigger range. Why aren't you taking any damage? excited. It's like, this makes no sense. Oh, we are hacking the game. We are we are. I don't get why previously Vindex wasn't taking damage and now he isn't. Yeah, that makes no sense to me. He was taking damage earlier. It has to be all of the wrecks. That's the only thing I can think of. And there goes the advanced range upgrade, because why not have a better range for your chrono? At least I think it modifies chrono. Send this to guy. You can't push me out to Vindex. Well, I got to it first, I think, maybe. Again, I'm not subscribed to Guile's Patreon or whatever, so I don't know what videos are up there. 22% for sensor package upgrade, because why not have more vision on what's going on in that? Ooh, just look at it from a top-down view. There are, in which we look at the most time, we have 3 Atlantis, whatever. 3 Fat Boys, 3 satellites, a bunch of T2 Renegade gunships, some engineers, some Perseus, and 2 comms, both from the other team, and they're still not dead. Granted, the Perseus can't shoot a thing, and the Novaxes can't shoot anything. There's, oh, I love it. It's a donut. I love it. Yeah, it's awesome. Yeah. Yes. Hopefully, I had some influence on it's a donut, 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 it's a donut. Oh, I love it. And there's more down there. There's 4. No, I can say there are 4 donuts flying around the map. Yep. That and that's now it's legitimately accurate from a top-down view. That's what the icon is. It's a donut. You zoom in, obviously it's very small donut hole, but it's a donut. Lances will come back from off map if you don't listen to Percy's orders. What is going? I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Okay, thank you. Nuke is inbound finally. No, you're not striking the. Oh, it's not striking the. Oh. Oh, it's right there. Crash damage. It hits the. It doesn't kill anybody. I'm walking under the map. Why are you moving underground? What the? Oh, hold on. Hold on. Oh, did he pop back up? Oh, he popped back up now, I think. It looked like for a second he was underground, but maybe not. That is insane. Another donut crashes. I think he did take some damage from the donut crash. So they just need another donut crash and he should be dead. Another nuke is being loaded heavily. Another nuke is already loaded. To raw rail still there. The crash damage is going to take a minute to get to him. Where is that? What is that donut doing? Is it going up? You killed the Perseus. There's to raw rail. And what the heck? This is oh, it's going -4 now. Okay, why is it going so slow? Another donut moves in. Crash landing on the comms. This one not even landed yet. Vendex still alive somehow. Look at what is going on. I think they found some glitches in the game. What? Nuke is inbound finally. There it is. Why didn't you launch it there initially anyways? But I guess PSA to the devs, there are some things that probably need to be fixed. That's that. That's it. Joke's over, says Kuwa. He's like, Kuwa's like, I'm fed up with it. There he goes. Come on. Blew up the everything. How much mass did that thing kill? 4,000 mass? I was hoping it would be out of the nuke range. Sure, right? No. And there's Vindex. He's right there. It might be possible on a map with deeper water. No idea. Again, I can't really tell what he was doing. I just no idea what he was doing. Somebody in comments is probably talking, go to prison, you criminals, says Kuwa. The engineers, they're just trying to feed their families. Or produce a big giant nuke. It's like the Manhattan Project right here. You criminal. Oh, please just launch it right there. Oh, no, he is legitimately under map. That's not a joke. Like, it was hard to tell in the corner. There's his... See if I'll hover over him. That's him right there. Look at that. That is weird. What the heck? And you can see the sparks. Like, that is legitimately a comm. That is not good. Yeah, that I see. You couldn't tell from this view because it looks like he's, turn the icons back on. You can see, like, he's right there. So, like, zooming out, looks like he's right there. He's definitely not there. He is right there. He's like, nuke it. Nuke. Like, nuke. Stop it. I'm trying to look at stuff. That is insane. And and another. You have a nuke loaded. Just what is going on in the middle of the map now? Oh my, that is our shooting, but can't hit. Unlucky, says Vindex. Donut crash inbound. Oh, engineers walled themselves in. Vindex, there he goes, dies by Czar crash. Team 2 won the game like 25 minutes ago. Oh, that was a weird game. I have no idea what happened. Hopefully everybody enjoyed. That was a different game. I definitely enjoyed it. It was definitely weird. MV just I don't even know who to give MVP at this point. I just don't. The team 2 won the game. I think that's it. End of story. Thanks so much for watching. This will probably be patched at some point because hiding underneath the map is probably not something that should exist in the game long term. So, thanks so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. I will see all of you in the next one.